Once upon a time, high in the misty mountains of Liyang Valley, lived a red panda named Ruko. With his russet fur and gentle eyes, Ruko had once been the pride of his clan. Curious, bright, and full of laughter. But everything changed the day the forest fire swept through his home. Ruko lost not just his home, but also his parents, who had guided him with wisdom and warmth. Though he was rescued by forest rangers and brought to a sanctuary at the edge of the valley, Ruko was never the same. He stopped smiling. He didn't talk, and his once sparkling eyes dulled like the ashes that haunted his dreams. The other animals at the sanctuary, deer, monkeys, and even playful parrots, tried to befriend him. But Ruko built walls around his heart. He believed no one could understand his pain. Until he met Tiko, a limping tortoise with an adventurous spirit and a stubborn heart. Tiko, despite his slow pace and old age, had dreams of returning to his birthplace, a secret glade known only by a whisper of the wind. He had one goal: to plant a moonflower seed, a rare flower said to bloom only in the place you call home. You're brave, Ruko, but you're also scared. That makes you stronger than you think, Tiko once said softly as they sat beneath a banyan tree. Something stirred in Ruko's chest. For the first time in months, someone had seen beyond his silence. One misty morning, Ruko made a decision. He would help Tiko on his journey, and maybe, just maybe, he'd find something for himself too. Their path was treacherous, across roaring rivers, up slippery cliffs, and through dark woods echoing with the cries of wild wolves. But side by side, Ruko and Tiko walked on. When Ruko slipped near a waterfall, Tiko grabbed his tail with his tiny mouth. When Tiko's legs ached in the snow, Ruko carried him on his back. Along the way, they met others. Luna, a night-blind owl who dreamed of flying under the stars. Kavi, a squirrel who hoarded shiny stones to cope with loneliness. And Mira, a fox pup abandoned too young. Each friend had a scar. Each carried pain. And with each new bond, Ruko's heart softened. He laughed again. He protected. He led. In helping them, he helped himself. After weeks of travel, they reached the glade, a place so serene that even the wind seemed to pause in reverence. Tiko planted his moonflower seed with trembling paws. As they sat under the twilight sky, stars twinkling above, Tiko turned to Ruko. You were looking for home, weren't you?
I think I found it, not in a place, but in you all.
Just then, a gentle breeze picked up. Moonflower began to glow, a soft silver light, blooming under the stars. And Ruko, watching it bloom, felt his heart bloom too. Years passed, and stories of Ruko's bravery spread through the valleys. He became a guide for lost animals, a friend to the forgotten, a leader not through strength, but through kindness. He built a new home near the glade with Tiko, Luna, Mira, and Kavi. They called it the Haven of Whispers. Animals from far and wide came not just for shelter, but for healing. And Ruko, once buried in sorrow, stood tall with pride, not because he forgot his pain, but because he had turned it into something beautiful.